Once you have these two pieces of work completed, the drawing and the model of the existing space, we move on to the next task, which is to create a design proposal by making your own drawings and 3D paper models that responds to the design challenge, which is a design space in your home for you to study and to attend online schooling and classes. And, again, you're going to use a similar sort of approach of what you've done before, when you were looking at the existing space. So, you create a drawing of how it is that, that shows how you're going to change that space, which is the drawing on the left here. And then you're going to create a model of what that space is going to look like. And as you can see, an example of something that your colleagues have done in the past, or previously some other colleagues. And in order for you to do this, for you to think spatially as well as to design your space, I'm going to give you some design tips. It's something that I picked up in a book long time ago when I was a student myself. And the name of the book is called 101 Things I Learned in Architectural School, and is by Matthew Frederick. Architecture begins with an idea. Good design solutions come from good ideas that are not only key to the process from concept to construction, but the way the building will be experienced by the viewers and its inhabitants. What is an idea? An idea is a mental structure that helps us to organize, understand, and process information and experiences. Architects work with ideas to create their designs, because if they would only plan spaces and decorate them, they would be space planners and interior designers and not architects. Architecture is an exploration of design ideas, and this exploratory process is not only fundamental to the design, but as an integral part of the DNA of the building. Architect is someone that knows a bit about everything. An engineer is someone that knows everything about one thing. An architect is like the conductor of a symphony. He or she doesn't play an instrument, but he or she is able to coordinate an ensemble of musicians playing different instruments. The work of an architect consists of coordinating a team of professionals, such as structural and mechanical engineers, specification writers, interior designers, landscape architects, builders, carpenters, plumbers, and other contractors and specialists from other disciplines. Such a variety of professionals working together leads to different and sometimes conflicting opinions. And it is the role of the architect to understand a bit of each one of these disciplines to choose a solution that best suits the design project. Value drawings, rendered and in shade and shadow, tend to convey emotions better than line drawings. A line drawing is made of straight and curved lines placed against the background, with gradations in shade or hue to represent two-dimensional and three-dimensional objects. A rendered drawing has shading, texture, and sometimes color, and as a result, it's more expressive and appealing. The cardinal points of the compass offer associations of meaning that can enhance the architectural experience. East, youthfulness, innocence, freshness. South, activity, clarity, simplicity. West, aging, questioning, wisdom. North, maturity, acceptance, death. Such associations can help us decide where to design certain activities or spaces within a building. A straightforward way to use the cardinal points when designing is to do with the impact of the sunlight in each one of them. East, morning light. South, all day light and more intense. West, late afternoon light and sunset. North, paler light. Color theory provides a framework for understanding the behavior and the meaning of colors. Colors may be associated with the seasons. Winter, gray, white, ice blue, and similar colors. Autumn, gold, russet, olive, brownish purple, muted and muddy tones. Summer, primary or bright colors. Spring, pastel tones. Color is a characteristic of the visual perception described through color categories, with names such as red, purple, blue, green, yellow, etc. A color wheel or a color circle is an abstract illustrative organization of color use around a circle, which shows the relationship between primary colors, secondary colors, tertiary colors, etc. If you can't explain your ideas to your grandmother in terms that she understands you, you don't know your subject matter well enough. Some professionals, they use complex, over-embellished and sometimes meaningless language to express their ideas. Please don't do that. A professional that knows their subject matter uses everyday language to share their knowledge with others, and you should do the same too. The best placement of a circulation path through a small room is usually straight through, a few feet from a wall. This will allow the primary users to be uninterrupted by through traffic. You should avoid designing a circulation path diagonally through the room or parallel to its long axis, as this will lead to uncomfortable furniture arrangements, and it will prompt people to walk around the room in the way that it will disturb the daily routine of the primary users. Design with models. Three-dimensional models, physical or digital, not will only help you to understand your design better, but will also give you insights that will allow you to improve the design work and your project. There are two types of models that you can work with to develop your design project. The building massing models that can be made of cardboard, foam, plastic, metal, found objects, any material that will enable you to quickly make the model, to compare and test your ideas. So this is a model for work in progress. The other model is called it is referred to as highly detailed finished model. And this is made of a specific material that relates to your scheme, to your design. And they are used at the final stage of the conceptual process. And this is to present your ideas to your clients or to other professionals. Gently suggest material qualities rather than draw draw the materials in a literal manner. Architectural drawings, whether drawn by hand or computer generated, will tend to look like cartoons if you draw the materials literally as they are, both in terms of color as well as the shape of the material. I recommend you to suggest the color of the materials in your drawing and by tone them down rather than replicate them as they are. And you do this by using lighter shades of the color of the material. So if you are working with London brick, and London brick as a yellow is the one with a yellow mustardy sort of color, you would not try to, you wouldn't color them in that exact same color, but you do a lighter version of that. And the same applies when drawing the materials themselves. Don't draw the materials in all your drawing, but choose a relevant aspect of your design that will benefit from people seeing, or it is important that people understand the materials, and draw the materials then. But again, don't draw them in detail, but do it in a way that is more suggestive. And by doing this, your drawing becomes more suggestive and more about the qualities of the materials rather than a literal drawing, which has much, and which doesn't have as much appeal. Always design a thing by considering it in its larger context. A chair in a room in a house in an environment, and an environment in a city plan. In your case, you could consider a desk or table in a space in a room in a house, and a house in a street. Just do something. When you are stuck and don't know what to draw or how to solve a problem in your design, don't just stop and wait for inspiration, but keep drawing instead. Because to draw is not just to replicate something, but is an essential tool to study and to come up or to find solutions to design problems. Give it a name. As you come up with an idea and start designing your project, give it a name, because this will help you to keep focus and to be clear about what you are doing. And as your design evolves, don't be afraid of changing that name, because by doing this is actually a good reflection on the progress of your project and of your work. So we now got finally to the design proposal, or the third part of our workshop. So after you've created all your drawings, and I'm giving you can see some examples of your colleagues work from previous workshops where they work with collage. They've done survey drawings, mapping drawings. And mapping drawing, it's you actually just looking at what's around you, or remember from memory of what's around you, what you've done, and as the word says, make a map of it, and so you kind of register it down through drawing. So imagine if you want to make a mapping drawing of your trip, of your walk from your bedroom into your studio, this new studio space that you're going to create. So you want to make a mapping drawing of this, the trajectory or the walk that it takes from your bedroom to this new studio space that you're going to design. So you either draw that from memory, or you look at the things as you did we talked about in the survey, And if you do it through memory, doing this mapping drawing through memory, you can just sort of sit there and just remember, okay, I come out of my bedroom and my bed is on this corner here, and then I walk through the left hand side, closer to the left hand side wall, where there is my desk now, where my desk used to be, and then and then there's my toy box, and there is my plant, or there is and then I open the door, and the door looks like this, and then and then I come out into this space where is a corridor, and there's all this artwork, or so you just make a drawing of all of that, and and when you can also use annotation, and by annotation you can put the names of things down, but try and draw it more than try and put names on things, then title things. And so that's kind of another way of surveying as well, and that you can do. So I'm not introducing a new task, I'm simply just kind of refreshing your ideas or your mind about what it is that we talked about. So so you've done your survey or mapping drawings, whatever you want to call it, of the existing space, as well as you've done a card model of the existing space, and then and then you've kind of made your design decisions, and you selected a space in your house that you're going to turn that space, or that space within a space, if probably most likely your studio. And then so then you make another drawing that's sort of it's the design proposal of that, and then you make a cardboard model, or a Lego, or or use Lego, or whatever you want, found objects, plasticine, clay. These models can be done in anything you want, but just think about that, some models are rougher made, so they're quickly made, so they can be a bit rougher looking, but they are to test ideas. And then other models are, then the final model, rather, it's a model that is beautifully crafted, and it's to show your ideas. So it's, it's something for you to present, and that talks about your ideas already tested. Okay? So this aspect of the workshop is called reflection and conclusion. So just to finish, what I would like to do, and as I said to you all through this session, please contact me if you get stuck. If something is not clear, if you need help, just get in touch with me. You can send me, just write me an email. Tell me what it is that you don't understand. Tell me what it is that is not clear, or tell me why you are stuck, or where are you stuck. Send me images of the things you've done to date, and I'll get back to you. So the email is showing here on the screen, is info@artistsinresidence.org.uk. And once you've completed your design proposal, I also would like you to email me pictures of your drawings and of the 3D models you've made, as well as one sentence explaining your design, the title of your project, and your name, your age, and your school year. And if you actually ended up building this, or actually making this, and it's not only just kind of a sort of a drawing exercise and a model making exercise, I would like to also see pictures of the actual space you physically going to create. And again, is the same email address, info@artistsinresidence.org.uk. And one last thing, is that I also would like you, when you email me your design proposal, your final piece of work, I would like you to please answer the following questions and send me an email with the answers for the following questions. They are: what did you enjoy the most about this experience? What did you learn in this experience? Overall, what did you think of this experience? And do you recommend this experience to other students? So I'll be very grateful if you could please get back to me or when you finish. I am very much looking forward to seeing your work, and do get in touch if you get stuck. And remember, do something. It always helps. Okay, good luck, good work, and speak to you soon. Bye. Thank you.